Aries full moon, the fire in your belly is maybe heating up. Aries is a sign of passion. It's direction, sometimes maybe abruptness, sometimes forthright communication, but definitely purpose. It is a beautiful energy that's building for us all at the moment to decipher what path we might be on. So if you're at a crossroad, just really be pulled toward what might be next for you. As in, don't force things, just feel the gravitational pull. Now, this full moon, by the time you get this reading, would have passed, as in the energy is waning, and the energy pulling away from this Aries force can be quite noticeable. So let yourself gently go with the ebbs and flows with this energy, but know that we're still in it. Now, take a moment to choose full moon 1, 2, or 3 to see what your reading is for this time of this very powerful, confident energy in all of us. Let's get to it. All right, full moon number 1. Full moon number 1. Now, I want to say in this energy, I'm feeling a little bit flowy. I don't know if I'm flowy or airy. Airy, as in, I feel a little bit like I'm going with the flow, but to a point where I'm expecting the unexpected. So I'm moving through things. And I feel like almost there's a snake energy here because I want to do this. I want to weave. I want to go with my ebbs and flows. But also in the snake energy, I feel like there's a bit of a renewal going on for you. So the snake sheds their skin and they get a whole brand new skin. And this is what's happening for you in this energy. I feel like you're almost going like a feather in the wind, right? You're going with the flow, but you're almost removing the rational side of things. So you're going, oh, this is how I feel, I'm going over there. Actually, it doesn't feel right, I'm going to go over there. And you're at a crossroad at the moment. I can feel that you're just, I don't know if you're at a crossroad. Actually, I take that away. It's not a crossroad. It's just like you're allowing things to happen. And it's actually a really flowy, nice energy with this full moon number 1. Now, the first card I get is Take a Breather, last quarter moon in Cancer. So I'm using the Moonology cards, of course, and it's really nice because it's confirmation that I just feel like I'm just putting the tools down and going with the flow, and wherever I end up, I end up. And it's not something that you're doing with your head. It's literally all in your body, and you're being guided by it. And it's time to take a breather, because in that energy, you don't have to make any decisions right here, right now. Now, this is a general reading. Take what resonates. But some people sometimes feel as though they have to stay in control. They have to know what's next and that type of thing. And this is a bit of a surrender. This is a bit of a surrender in this beautiful energy. I'm just having a look at my t-shirt. My t-shirt says, it's only a phase. And this is what it feels like with you guys. It's like a phase of just letting yourself flow with wherever the universe takes you, but in a knowing way. So you're going to have this type of energy pull. It's not going to be something that you really control. It's like you'll have relationships that'll pop up, conversations that'll pop up, and you'll be like, oh, how's that? How's the synchronicities? That's what this is about. Full moon number 1 is all about synchronicities and trusting the process. I feel like I just want to get a message. This is a message just to, I choose to be a super attractor and have unwavering faith in the universe. That's exactly where you are right now. I can feel, I got 2 cards here. Have I? Oh. I accept the good things come easily. I'm a super attractor. This is the super attractor deck. Do they say super attractor in every card? They do not. Huh. No, not all of them say super attractor. Okay, because that was a bit much, right? But in this flow, I just get the vision of that snake. You're shedding your skin, going, okay, you know what? Let's take off this mask. Let's take off this facade. This is just, I'm just going to go with it and really trust the process at the moment. I actually really love this energy. I'm looking for another deck of cards for you. And I don't know what deck to give you. Give me one moment, guys. I don't even have it in front of me. Mate, we've got a few more days of the school holidays, and I just squeeze in these YouTube videos where I can. And this is what I'm doing with you. And I feel like you're letting things squeeze in wherever they need to, rather than taking full control of situations, which is a really nice place for you, isn't it? It's nice. We get the romance and connection card. I want a bit more information about where you're at. Friendship and union. And one more card for you. Healing energy. Some of you feel like you've come through a little bit of maybe a relationship breakdown or a breakup. There's a little bit of you being at a place in your life where things are just really different now. Like you've never been here before. And it's not a familiar feeling, but you've got this sense of just this unwavering faith and this trust and this surrender. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, in this energy, be very mindful as to who wants to be around you, because you're really calling in some high vibing humans. And a lot of the time we don't realize that the people that we draw in are just a reflection of ourselves. And because you're just in this space of flowiness and trusting, the people that will drop in now are definitely in that same energy. So work with that, because there could be probabilities of new relationships forming for you. And it doesn't have to be romantic connections, but it's certainly, I feel like there's a past life connection coming in here. And this could be somebody that just, it was always a constant in your life, and there's different shift in your connection now, the union, right? And it could very well be romantic, but not necessarily. And the friendships that are forming start within you, because you're at this place where you're finding your You're thinking differently. You're not chasing so much. You're pulling back and you're attracting. And the healing journey that you're on right now in this beautiful Aries energy, I feel like this energy is really nice for you because the healing energy card comes out. What have you been doing? There's something that you've just like literally shifted. You've just gone, no more for me. This is the way it is. And I'm just going to go with the flow. Like it's like you've made a decision or something that's really enhanced this experience for you. This almost feels like a new moon energy because you've shifted. The full moon is all about, forgiving, releasing, letting go. But you've literally just come into this new freshness and it's beautiful. I love it. I want to get you just one card, an animal, spirit animal. Okay, spirit animal. And you've got the wolf spirit. The wolf spirit. And it says, turn knowledge into wisdom. And you have done this. You know that things cannot repeat themselves like they have. You've got to let it go and really tap into what you know, and you use every opportunity for a lesson rather than replaying out old stories. This is a really nice time for you. This is a really nice time for you. Don't try to force anything. Don't try to, even if it could be a simple thing, like catching up with a friend. You said they were going to catch up with them by now and you just haven't got around to it, but you don't feel it. You just need that downtime, or you need that space, or you need to just say, look, I'll be here. Come if you want, sort of thing. Like it's just a different, you're coming from a different angle. I don't feel like the neediness. I don't feel like the control. I don't feel like any of that in this energy. It's absolutely beautiful. I really enjoy what you're doing. I absolutely really enjoy it. Lovely. Keep it up, because it's only a decision and then you just go with it. And that's where you're at with full moon number 1. Now, don't forget also that I've got some events coming up in the description. Check it out. At the end of October, I've got a beautiful Spirit Whispers weekend retreat where I've still got more availabilities for people to come along to a weekend of connection with Spirit. Also, I give away a free reading every month. This is, this is going to go live on the 1st of October. So this is in October. Wow, it really is an October reading. So check out at the end of the video how to enter for a free one-on-one reading with me. And that, my darlings, is reading for full moon number 1. All right, full moon number 2. Woo! All right. Let's get into your energy. Oh, I'm feeling a little bit flustered, feeling a bit hot, and maybe a little bit bothered. Okay, this full moon's actually bringing up a bit of intensity for you, a little bit of like you want to face up to things that you've actually been ignoring a little bit. And you may not mindfully be ignoring this. This is something that you've just been doing as a habit, as a protective mechanism even. When we go into our emotions and we can feel things, and then the next minute you go into something else and you feel nothing. But you should feel something, but there's nothing. And it's like you've switched on this coat of armor so that there's nothingness to protect you. But it feels as though that this armor has come off and the emotions are forthright. It's like, well, gosh, I'm actually angry about the situation, or I'm actually anxious about the situation, or I'm actually something, but you're feeling it, you're letting yourself, and it's almost like oh, wow, look how I'm feeling. But I'll tell you something, this is a beautiful healing journey for you guys at the moment. This moon has cracked you open to allow yourself to access those emotions you had locked away deep, deep, deep down. Let's see what moon card you've got from the Moonology. Thank you. It's this one. Oh, wow, it's Take a Breather. It's the same card I pulled for reading number 1. So you may very well have been linked into, 1 or 2. You weren't sure which one. But what's actually standing out with this card, unlike the first time I pulled it, is the water. It's the water. It's the emotion. It's the emotion of like trying to judge yourself. There's no judgment here. If that's how you feel, so be it. Let yourself, because you don't want to push it back down. Because when you push emotion down, it tick, 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 boom. And that's not who you are. You like to process things, but something has switched. in you of late. And it's almost like time for you to go, well, actually, this is how I feel, and it's okay for me to feel that way, and I'm going to feel it, to process it, to release it. So there's a lot of self-forgiveness here. It's almost like you've kept yourself safe by keeping these emotions down, but this moon's not having it. This moon is all about you looking at it and working through it. And it's quite exciting time. Sometimes when we're in it, it doesn't feel as exciting, but knowing that it's a process and it's just happening for now, that's the exciting part, because it doesn't have to stay, long term. Let's pull a super attractor card for you. And it says, when I'm patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. And it's like you're something switched on in you, and it's divine timing, because you had to have that armor of protection. You had to have almost that numbness to this event or emotion or whatever is going on for you at the moment, because you actually weren't ready to work through it. But you're very equipped, and it's divine timing. The universe has brought this to you now to actually work through the emotion. And that's okay. It's like an aha moment. It's like an aha moment. The other week I had a scenario where I felt completely out of control, and I was feeling like I was a really bad mum, and I wasn't doing all the things, and I hated on myself for about 3-4 days, and I was actually really, really traumatized by it. And then when I unpacked it and really looked at that emotion and thought, why am I feeling this way? I realized it had everything to do with past experiences and nothing actually to do with here and now. But I took all that trauma and made it about here and now. And then after 3 or 4 days of absolutely putting myself through the ringer, I realized that it wasn't even my reality. It was an old story. So when I worked through that, I could then forgive myself for ever feeling that way. And that's what's happening for you right now. It's like, well, how did I not know I was feeling this way? I shouldn't have felt like this, or I'm feeling guilty, or I'm feeling angry, or, I shouldn't feel that way. Society says I shouldn't feel like that way. My parents didn't do that, or whatever it might be. All these things come at you, but at the end of the day, that's how you feel, and it's okay. So let's just do it. Let's just do it. Okay, card, honesty and communication. So if you feel that you're feeling a certain way, feel it and own it. No more hiding from this one, because it's come up to the point where it's at the brink and it needs to be expressed. And it's not how you say things. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. So you could very well choose your words wisely to bring your point across. But there's no eggshells in this full moon for you. There's no absolute eggshells to walk on. It is what it is. This Aries energy has just got you by the balls. It feels as though you're completely encased in this energy. It's going to support you. This universe is carrying you through this time. So know you're completely supported, because I feel like angels are standing behind you. Expect miracles, my darling. Expect miracles, because you feel as though that you're not worthy of feeling this way, or you shouldn't feel this way, or whatever it might be. But it's definitely spirit right here in this beautiful full moon energy saying it's okay. This is where you're at. Feel it. And let's get through it. Oh, this card. Self-acceptance. That's what it is. It's literally self-acceptance, self-forgiveness. Geez, you put yourself through the ringer on this one, haven't you? And it's interesting because you don't usually. It's just whatever's coming up now. It's like you've got to this core issue. You've got to something that's quite deep. It's quite deep, but that's okay, because you're equipped, divine timing. Spirit's here to say we got ya. And this full moon energy is just like, so be mindful of how it comes across. You're not responsible for anybody else, by the way. You're responsible only for yourself, but you want to keep your wits about you going through this emotion. So if there's screaming involved, use your pillow. If there's aggression, use a punching bag, go for a bike ride, or whatever is your outlet, but do it nicely. Now you've got the spider spirit. Make your dreams real. Make your dreams real. Now the spider is absolutely gorgeous, because when a spider comes out, it weaves a web. It weaves a web, and in that the creation, the creative is coming out in you. And in order for you to get to that next level of creation, you need to allow yourself to feel whatever's coming up. So this is very much emotional reading for you, but it's so that you are equipped to do the creative, to start realigning and creating that web for you. Now, it's more the spider itself that can create that web and bring people into their own web, and people can get stuck. So be very mindful who you're calling in and who you're allowing to be in your space, because you're quite raw and vulnerable at the moment. So just keep the right company. Keep the right company. All right, and I just feel like I want to pull another card here. Just a trust card. You know what? I actually got quite dizzy when I pulled that card. It was like trust the universe, and it's like, whoa, get out of your head and just let yourself flow a little bit more, because it's just, yeah, I get the no card. No, don't, there's no beating yourself up here. It's more the self-acceptance and letting yourself just be you. Literally just being you. This is new territory. It's uncharted waters for you. It absolutely is. I just want to pull one more card to finish off this reading, because this is a real beautiful time to say, just let yourself. Forgiveness and understanding. It's all you need to do. Allow yourself to know that it was just the best version of yourself that has got you here. That was all you had to give, and that's okay. Understand, give yourself a little bit of compassion along the way. And that, my darling, is your reading for full moon number 2. And don't forget to check out my upcoming events in my description, and know that I have a competition for a free one-on-one reading, and I'll let you know at the end of this video how to enter. And that is your reading for full moon number 2. All right, full moon number 3. Let's get into your energy. Oh, what's going on for you? Oh, feel a little bit sadness surfacing here, but it's quick. It sort of lifts and it's gone. So it's a little bit of acknowledgement. You're actually being quite gentle with yourself at the moment, which is lovely. Unleash your kindest self is your moon card today. First quarter in Capricorn. Unleash your kindest self. You know, there's been stuff going on for you. It's almost like, I don't know whether you've been pushed to the side or not being acknowledged for what you're bringing to the table. There's something here about wanting to be acknowledged a little bit more. And when I say that, my throat almost goes croaky. So it's like I'm not speaking up or I'm not being heard. So there's something throat chakra going on with you at the moment in this full moon. Now, it's like just have this little bit of kindness to yourself. Understand who you are, because there's a little bit of fleeting sadness. That's fleeting sadness. It's not like staying for long. It's like you're either at the end of being sad or just something that was a little bit irritable. So some of you might have some skin conditions too. So I'm a little bit itchy here, and sometimes when we get skin conditions, it can be subconsciously a barrier where we don't want people to come too close to us, because if people come too close, maybe they'll make us sad, or they'll hurt us, or they'll leave us, or whatever. So whether there's some eczema going on here or just some irritability in your skin. Now, Spirit's here to acknowledge that. Spirit's here to definitely acknowledge that and let you know that it's a time for you to just be your kindest self. It's almost like in this energy, if you're kind, that's fine. And it's not necessarily kind to others. I mean, you do that anyway. This is more about kind to yourself. There's a bit of a theme this month, isn't there, in this full moon? There's a bit of a theme. I've got 2 cards here. The universe powerfully responds the instant I realign with love. And my super attractor power comes from how I feel, my faith in love, and the joy I put out. So it's all about love and kindness for you at the moment. This fleeting sadness has taken you, how do I say it? This is an interesting, confusing type of energy, to be honest. Sometimes I'm sort of angry, then I'm sad, and then there's a bit going on, and then I'm confused, and then I'm okay. So there's a lot going on around you, and it feels as though this is coming to an end because you're seeing things for what they are. You're seeing people for what they are. You're seeing that you play a part in your reality, and you don't have to be swayed by other people around you. So it's like this fleetingness. If you get sucked into what's going on around you, there's this heaviness. It's like a depression type of energy, and you're not being part of it. You're like stepping away, saying, I get that, I see that, I feel you, I love you, but I'm separate. And in that separateness, you're actually being able to tap into yourself and just, you don't have to experience things other people are experiencing like they're happening to you, because they're not, because you're quite the empath. It's more like you're wanting them to experience what they need to experience, and you as the bystander just sending love and light, and that's enough. You don't actually have to get involved and make it your problem. And you're stepping out of that, because when you're in it, it's very confusing, because things aren't going your way and you're feeling quite out of sorts, and people aren't listening to what you say anyway, not taking your advice. So you're sort of seeing that for what it is and stepping away just with that sending love and light and kindness and compassion, and that's really working for you, actually. Some of you might not have actually done that as yet, but Spirit's here to say we've got you to do that, because you don't want to take on people as your responsibility, because they're not. They're absolutely not. We've got the Earth and Ground card, signs and reminders, and Guardian Angel. This is a time for you to build your spirit connection. So you're designed to work with spirit. You're designed to even do what I'm doing here. You're probably doing it already. I don't know at what level, but you are capable of stepping up your communication with spirit. There's a connection going on here. So you're definitely receiving the messages, and I feel like you hear them, and I feel like you know them. There's like this gut feeling of you're very intuitive. And your angels are already working with you. Trees, nature is very important for you. It's like you need to debrief with nature. Like literally take your socks and shoes off, connect with nature, hug a tree, be in the sounds of nature, the birds around you, that sort of thing, because your life purpose here is to connect and be guided by them. It's part of your life purpose to receive the downloads. Are you working on this? Are you letting yourself? Because you're very switched on. And this moon has enhanced you. It's almost like, I know we're coming up to like the end of October, Halloween, with the veil between the spiritual and the physical world is very thin, and spirit comes very close. And I feel like you're being prepared for almost that. There's this pull, this yearning, and I know I teach mediumship, and I've got my retreat at the end of the month for October, end of the month, for people who want to enhance their relationship with spirit and hear the messages and that type of thing. And I know that's aligned to you, but it's interesting because when I run these events, I actually just sit back, put it out there that I'm going to attract the right people, and this is you. And if it's not my event or whatever, you should be finding something that you're pulled toward from your heart space. You've got this knowing, you have to do it. There's lots of different practitioners out there. There's lots of different events. So don't go to anything in your head, go to it in your body, if that makes sense. So your heart, your knowing, your gut will take you there, not your head. If you're trying to nut it out, if it makes sense in your head, it's not for you. You've got to trust all those synchronicities, because spirit is here, and you've got these angels around you that are bringing so much, and it's time that you allow yourself to answer the calling, because spirit have got you as one of their light workers. And it's time. Oh, shivers. Excuse me. 2 cards went flying. Absolutely flying. We've got the koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. And we have the peacock spirit, let it shine. Need I say more, darling? You literally have a spiritual connection, and spirit wants you to bring their messages, whether it be psychicness, mediumship, whatever it might be, just your gut feeling, your knowing. But it's time. It's time, if you're not already doing this, time to step it up. Time to find your tribe. Time to open up your circle, your support group, reading cards, whatever it might be. There's something here that you know this is your reading. You know you're ready to do it. You know what it is. And if you don't sit, close your eyes and ask Spirit to bring it to you, because you'll receive it, because you're already at that vibration, that frequency of connecting. And that, my darling, is your reading in this beautiful Aries energy, this full moon. Full moon, number 3. And for those who stuck by to find out how to win a one-on-one reading with me in October, what I would like you to do, in a full moon, the energy is all about releasing and forgiving. So I would like you to write a statement in the comments to go in the draw for a one-on-one reading in October and say, I release blah. Whatever you're ready to release, you make that statement. It's done, it's done, it's done. Now, for me personally, with this full moon, is I release the need to feel fear. Myself, there's a need where I think, I've got to feel fearful here. I don't need to. I can choose to, but that's just mine, just off the top of my head. And it doesn't need to be that, but I'm just giving you an example. So in the comments, I release whatever it is that you release here on this beautiful, magical Aries full moon. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, all those YouTube algorithm things. Check out my upcoming events, and please share. And I will see you again next week. Take care, guys. Be kind to others, but especially be kind to yourself, because you're a magical human. Peace out.